Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Adana, very nice question. This is a OTQ from Kaplan. Okay, this is a OTQ, 10 marks. OTQ is usually coming in the paper from IHT, and MCQs are also coming. So OTQ, you will see similar question like that in the paper. This is question 214 of Kaplan. The first question, the question examiner is asking, maximum nil rate band will be available. Okay. If she has 566 payable in respect of the chargeable estate. She are saying when calculating the IHT of 566 payable, how much the band is available? We already read the question that Adana died on 17 March. IHT is 566 payable because of her estate. She has the will. The will is uh, the will is that her entire estate, not including a main residence to the children's, right? Outstanding loan,
Right.
outstanding loans 220, income tax 43,700, legal fees which incurred by Adana's sister, which Adana had verbally promised to pay. Okay, there was a promise by the sister. Okay, fine. And Adana had a verbal promise, oral promise. Okay, Adana husband had died on 28th of May 2007. Who died first, husband or wife?
The husband died first.
Okay, and at the time of the death of the husband, the nil rate was 300,000, and they are saying here that 20% of the nil rate band was used. Any husband used, the executors of husband used 20% of the nil rate band at the time when husband died. Okay, fine. And the band was 300,000. Adana had made a chargeable lifetime transfer of shares 500,000 to a trust. It's a CLT, am I right?
Right.
And she paid a lifetime IST on that gift is 52 to 50. Fine. And they calculated each and everything for us. If Adana had not made this gift, the chargeable estate at the time of her death would have been 650,000. Okay, fine. They are saying because she made the gift, her value of estate declined. If she didn't make the gift, her value is supposed to be 650, okay, or more. This was because of the subsequent increase in the value of the shares. Yani, as the shares are increasing the value, if she didn't make the gift, her value of estate might be 650 or more. Okay, fine. Requirement A. What is requirement A? Requirement A states what? What it states? It states the nil rate band available. Okay, fine. Nil rate band for Adana herself. She do have a nil rate band of 325 because she is dying in a tax year 23-24, and our rule is if nil rate band is not mentioned is by default 325. Nil rate band of husband. Husband utilized how much? 20%. So 80% is left over.
20%.
We will not never use the band. Actually, he got I told you the Pakistani shortcut. We have to take this one always. Remember the nil rate band of Adana, nil rate
Yes.
of the party who is in the question now, whom we are solving now. So Adana is in the question now. So Khalli Walli, the band of her husband, take her band. 80% of 325 is 206,000. And the answer is ABCD. ABCD.
It's D.
D for duck. Fine. Question number 2. They are asking who will pay what. So, what is the amount of IST 1 to 3 will be deducted in calculating Adana's chargeable purpose? Okay. Tell me, we learned a format, no? Asset less liabilities less funeral expenses. Remember to
Yeah.
get the estate value. Am I right?
Yes.
Mortgage is a liability. Sah? Mortgage is
It
a
is.
liability will be deducted. If it is endowment mortgage,
Yeah.
we ignore it as we learned that rule. Highly simple mortgage, we will deduct. Endowment mortgage khalli, walli. Income tax, wallahi, income tax, CGT she have to pay. And the legal fees of sister, is it or no?
No, it's not included.
It's not included. Why? Because it's not the Adana's. Yani the rule is Adana's liabilities and assets. This liability basically belongs to the sister, not the Adana's. So khalas, we will not take from her estate. Only we are allowed to take those asset and liabilities and funeral expenses which belong purely to the deceased person, purely to Adana in this case. Promise Khalli Baba. We don't care about promise after death, right?
Yes.
And it's oral. Third one. Select who will be responsible to pay the IHT in respect of the estate. Estate. Question 3. Estate. Remember one thing. Estate. This is Adana. What's her name? Adana. She is no more in this world. Khalas, maut, right? Her estate
Yes.
will be handled by her personal representatives. Personal representatives she nominate in her life, like the lawyers, okay, known as executors. Who they are? The executors. The executors, they pays the liabilities and IHT on the first time, and then they transfer the remaining to descents. Descents yani kids, wife, whatever. First, the personal representatives are paying off the liabilities of her, funeral expense of her, and the IST due on her. And then the personal executives, personal representatives or executors are paying the remaining amount to the family. Okay? I told
Yeah.
you the time when she died, Yani. Her death is 17 March 2024. Due date is death state. Due date for death state is, ignore the month of death.
6 months after.
Yeah, which is,
30th September.
so answer is,
It's gonna be D.
any problems in those three questions till now?
No, sir, I understand.
Okay. Now let me copy it. So we will start question number 4. Number 4, very, very, very interesting question. Easy, but tricky. How much of the IST payable in respect of Adana estate would have been saved if under the term of her will, Adana had made a specific gift of 400,000 to a trust and 200,000 to her grandchildren instead of leaving her entire estate to her children? What they are asking? They are saying that estate. Okay? She had estates, right? She made a gift to her.
Yes.
Adana do have estate, right? They are asking the tax saving. Under the term of will, Adana had made a specific gift of 400,000 to her trust and 200,000 to the grandchildren. Instead of, instead of she left each and everything to her kids. She is thinking that I will make a will, that I will pay some amount to a trust and the remaining to the kids. Is there any tax saving or no? My question is, this is a estate, no? This is a death estate case, right or wrong?
Right.
Remember the exempt legacies? Which legacies are exempt? Legacy and will. Which wills are exempt? Tell me. Spouse or
Civil partners.
is there any pet, any CLT, grandchildren's, children's, are they exempted? No, only this or that. Only those two are the exempt legacies. Before she was giving to children's which are not exempt. Now she is giving to grandchildren's and a trust which are again not in the exempt legacy list. So the saving is going to be zero, null, nothing. Right or wrong?
Right.
So that's they played around. Yani, just we need to understand this thing that exempt legacy is only the legacy which the will which is for husband to wife or wife to husband or amongst the civil partner. If it is any other person, it's not an exempt thing. Before she was giving to her kids, now she is giving to her grandkids, grandchildrens, and the trust again before not exempt, not in the exempt one, now not in the exempt one. So Khalli Baba, no tax saving, any problem?
No, sir, I understand.
Moving forward, the last one. How much IHT did Adana save by making the chargeable lifetime transfer of 500,000 to a trust on this date rather than retaining the gift investment until the death? And you see, if she died keeping the money, what I said, if she died keeping the things, she will pay what? She will pay the tax, right? Yani not she, yani
Yes.
the person, the people who will get the thing from because of her death, they will pay the tax, right or wrong?
Right.
Now, what is the plan? What's the plan? The plan is she is thinking,
To save.
she is thinking that is it any tax saving available? What she is thinking, tell me.
Is there any tax saving available?
Why? Why? What the reason? Why? Yani what she's thinking?
To
Tax
save, like, pay
uh,
less tax.
less tax. Okay. If she transfer, how much? If she transfer
500,000
to where? To the trust, right?
to a trust.
Okay.
Yes.
Tell me, her her chargeable estate at the time of gift is going to be how much? Check in the question.
Um,
How much it is?
650,000
650,000. Tell me, Miss.
650,000.
Yes, yes. 650,000. What they are? This is the
The
value.
chargeable estate.
Yeah, the value, right? This is
Yes.
the value. IST is how much? What is the rate of IST?
40%.
Which is coming how much?
260,000.
Okay. And this is what? This is IST on death, right? This is
Yes.
death IST. Remember that IST we used to deduct some things called lifetime. If she paid any lifetime IST, is it given or no? Because it's a CLT, na?
Yes, there is a lifetime gift of 52,250.
Okay. So how much is the IHT?
207,480.
207,480 is the IHT. Now be careful. He made a lifetime transfer of this 500,000 to a trust, right? On which date
Yes.
she paid this much tax. If Adana had not made the tax, her estate value supposed to be increased by how much? By 650. Correct? Now what they are
Yes.
asking, how much did Adana save by making the chargeable lifetime transfer of 500,000 to a trust rather than retaining the gifted investment until her death? Be careful. She, what she is doing, assume, just assume. If I make it easy for you, because it's a bit confusing, I will make it easy for you. Just think, this is her death state. What it is? This is her death state,
Death estate.
650,000. Okay. How much tax is going to be paid?
260,000.
260,000 she have to pay. If she kept this asset, if she kept this asset, if the value of her estate will be 650, she have to pay the IHT on that estate. Yani not she, yani her executors will pay how much? 260, right? But
Yes.
she gifted it. She gifted it on 22nd of April 2012 and paid lifetime IHT of how much? 52 to 50.
52,250.
Now, if she gifted it, ma'am, is it remain in her estate or no? Means this asset is no more in her estate. Am I clear?
Yes.
So, instead of paying 260, she paid 52250. So saving is how much?
Yes,
This is how it
207,750.
will work. This is how it will work. Now I think it's easy. Yani what they are asking is a tax planning. He had 650,000 worth of estate. And if she kept this 650 and died, you will pay 40% tax. Yani 260,000 will be paid by the executors to the government from her money, right? And the remaining will be distributed among the children. Correct or wrong?
Correct.
But instead, if she decided to gift the value, how much? That value of the asset, which is how much? 500,000. Okay. So what faida? The faida is she will only pay the tax of how much? 52,000.
52,000.
So tell me, Aiza, what do you think? Keeping the asset and die, and at the time of death, at the event of death, the payment of tax is 260. Is it beneficial? Or giving the asset during the life to a trust and pay 52, 250 is beneficial? Which is the beneficial one?
The lifetime gifting.
So how much is the value of the benefit? 207? 750. Right or wrong?
Right.
All one, two, three questions, four questions were easy peasy. I can say the fifth one is difficult. That's why I give it more time. Why the fifth one is difficult? Because it's a text planning. And that's it. Any confusion?